Hey, party people. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I get that from Wendy, and I'm not a Wendy fan like that. I did watch her sometimes. Welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. So tonight, I want to talk a little bit about the Real Housewives of Atlanta and what you guys think last episode. Um, it was okay to me. I probably give it a good 4.5. It wasn't that the trailer was to me more exciting than the actual show. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comments what you guys think. So this episode, I think this is season 16, episode 10, I believe. Um and it starts out with Kelli. Um Kelli's the little bite-sized lady. She fun size. I feel like she's like me, except her stomach is flat. My stomach isn't flat, but we on our way. You know what I'm saying? I got a little ways to go. You know what I'm saying? These boobs though, out of control. What you would think I wear like a G or a F or something? It's a D. It's a double D. These double D's be double D though, honey. Let's get it straight now. No. All jokes aside, Kelli is like fun size. I like Kelli. I'm glad. Bravo. Bravo. Y'all did a great job. Um, my little sister saying there's a glare. I don't know why there's a glare. Is that better? Oh, and let me say this before I get started. Everything on Chanel's Reality is, in my opinion, it is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know none of these people. I wasn't there, so it's all alleged. Okay, it's just my personal opinion, or the people that want to participate on my panel or in my chat. It's their personal opinion about what happened on the show, the episode, or whatever it is in the people's lives in Atlanta. So we're going to discuss that tonight. If this is your first time to Chanel's Reality, welcome. Love you guys. If you like the content that you're, consuming, then hit the like button. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Y'all like the Atlanta Housewives? Y'all like the shakeup? Y'all like the new castmates? I'm really feeling like I don't. This is the first season where I could say I don't miss, or I'm not thinking about some of the OGs, quote unquote, like a Nene Leakes or Kim Zolciak or Candy Burris, Eva the Diva, some of the kind of, I would say, iconic people. I'm like, this show is giving what it's supposed to be giving. However, the people down to the Bravo, down to the internet, they over here lighting Bravo ass up. Like, meaning the viewership is dropping, it's steadily declining. I don't really understand that because I watch religiously. So I don't understand why people aren't watching. That part is a little bit of a mystery to me. But it is what it is. So we're here to, talk about it a little bit. So I'm gonna bring Carmen Santos Arroyo on up to the panel so she could give me her take on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Carmen, you ready, sis?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you with your little cute self. Mhm. What do you think about?
I
Because the
think the
episode.
last episode was boring.
Oh, well, talk to the people then, Carmen. Talk to the people. Let them know in the back.
The whole Shamea Porsha shit, I don't know. To me, it seems staged. It may not be, but
Mm-hmm.
it just seems so set up. Like, ironically, because last episode, Porsha was saying, like, how the hot dog man did show up for filming. The hot dog man showed up in her little confessional. And all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, this episode, she got text from the hot dog man saying that
Right.
tell Drew to run me my money. And ironically, it's in front of Ralph sitting down with Shamea, which is a get together brunch, I guess, that Porsha was supposed to by osmosis just pop up to, ironically.
Right.
Like, come
Right.
on now. Y'all knew Porsha said she was meeting up with you, lady.
Mm-hmm.
You said you needed a witness. So did Portia really not know Ralph was gonna be there? Like, what reasons would you have to let her know Ralph was not gonna to not let her know Ralph was gonna be there?
Mm-hmm. I agree with you,
Yes,
but I
she
don't.
was set up.
Mm-hmm. I think Carmen is sitting already because we at the first scene. Carmen and jumped all the way to the second scene in scene one. Like I ain't even playing. No, I agree with you, but I think the only part I would say is that okay, 1,000% Porsche knew. I don't know that it's 100%, 1,000% that Ralph knew. I think it's possible. I'm not saying it's what you're saying is wrong, but I'm saying that I don't know that Ralph thought he was meeting up with Porsche. I know that Shamea 100% told Porsche because Porsche not coming anywhere without a beat, without her wig, or none of that. All her edges and everything need to be intact. If she wiped off her face, as she says, she not coming. So we all know that these people have to prep for wherever they're going to be. They're going to stage it. They're going to have to know, hey, we got permissions to have this lighting in here. You got to get all the releases from the people that's at the restaurant that's going to be in there that might be on camera. You got to get all kinds of approvals. Like there's a process. And the fact that Bravo be trying to play in our face and act like we okay with them tap dancing on our intelligence and act like, oh, Porsche just happened to be somewhere. And Shamil was like, yeah, I'm going to be meeting with Ralph and, come on down and have a little, kiki with us. We know that didn't happen like that. But I think it may have been just a little bit. I could be wrong about this, but I do think maybe Ralph maybe didn't know. But all of it is messy. Whoever is Shamea's producer and whoever is Portia's producer, they with the shits. Okay. People are like, they with the shits. And they know that just teasing that little sentence that Porsha is like, you ever kiss the girl or you ever smelt her or whatever. They knew that we were all gonna be sitting already like, what the fuck? Because Porsha already has this history of selling, her Queen Victoria to the highest bidder. It just is what it is. She's just not, we'll get into that later. But so in that scene, since we go into the next scene, hold on, sis. So I know you're saying that you think the scene was set up. Do you think that which part do you think was quote unquote set up? Hey,
The
Teresa.
whole ignorant to the fact of knowing who's going to be there.
Yeah, I think that was set
And
up.
like it's a coincidence that I'm gonna share this text message. It was meant.
Listen,
like, that was the whole part of the fucking scene. It wasn't about the podcast. It was about let's get Ralph's reaction to this message on camera.
Correct. And you know what it was giving to me? It was giving people think they're smarter than the police or they think they're smarter than everybody else. So I was thinking those people who really think they're going to get away with murking someone, they will have that person that they didn't already murked earlier that morning or last night, sending them messages and they engaging with them and checking on their wife that they're not already unalive. It's just like, stop it. But they thinking that nobody's going to notice, or I'm going to go ride in her car with her phone. So it looks like she's leaving my house and I'm leaving my phone at home. It's just like, stop it, knock it off. It gave to me, Porsha and Dennis, the hot dog man, got together and hashed the plan and said, Porsha's like, look, I'm going to put your ass on child support if you don't be a part of this plan right here. So the plan that we need to have is that Porsha, I'm sorry, not Porsha, but that Drew is really in the mood for some of the hot dogs. She wants some of your hot dog. And we need to have this documented as if you can't just take his phone, send yourself a message. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, let's not do that. So I'm just like, and that's his baby mama. So of course he gonna do some shit. Hey Marcus. Hey boo. Hey, that's my boo. Marcus, my boo. So I just feel like that whole scenario, the entire scene, the thing that we have this receipt in our phone, it's just like, stop with the fuckery. But I don't know. I wonder how Drew's gonna respond to this at the reunion. Is it the reunion? Yeah, the reunion. I wonder how Drew's gonna what her response is gonna be to run me my money. I'm not trying to have sex with you. Like what? I'm not saying that Drew wouldn't have sex with the hot dog king or whatever he is, hot dog man, but he not cuter than Ralph. He ain't swole. He ain't sexy.
Dennis ain't cute at all. Ralph is fine. He can get the business.
He could. He could.
I mean, he of course he wanted You know what I'm saying? Like passing through on him. Like we
Yeah,
not
he was
finna go. We
actually
not
letting him.
waking up brushing our teeth together in the
Yeah,
morning. Not.
wait,
No.
no,
Like
we're
I'm
not.
not even swapping spit with dude. I ain't gonna lie. We not swapping spit. No. But I would knock your ass down.
Yeah, I agree. He's not the hot dog man. I think I don't even think Portia enjoyed that with him at all. I think it was all about, like I said, she likes to share her, she likes to sell her Queen Victoria. I don't know, Portia, I wasn't there, but that's what it appears to be. And she keep missing, unfortunately. She hasn't figured out
Her
that these
box ain't right or something. Like outside of her intellect not being there, I
mm-hmm.
don't think her box right. I don't nobody brag about her box, just her body.
Oh, that is true. Come through, Carmen. All right. No problem.
She don't even brag about her box. I never heard her brag about her box. Like, you know
But
how
she
we be
do
like,
like
man,
but days. Mm-hmm.
huh?
I say you're right, but she does have body yada yada for days. Um, but you're right. I agree. The thing is, she doesn't have a trouble. She's one of those women that's like, why aren't you married? Or why can't you stay married? You know? And I think we all kind of gave her the benefit
She
of the
remind
doubt.
me of the girls in school who like real pretty. They got all the
Mm-hmm.
boys, but nobody
Mm-hmm.
know that they in real world fell in every single motherfucking class. Like,
Or, mm-hmm. I agree with that. That Portia is not cerebral, not at all. And it's sad because she came on this show pretending to be this, Stepford wife, the wife of
with a great
this
pedigree.
player. And she's part of this lineage, from her grandfather and all this kind of stuff. And real talk, in my opinion, Portia learned how to be a hoe from her mama, from Miss whatever her name is. And I also feel some type of way about, I don't know which session, which episode it was, but Miss whatever her name is, Portia's mom's name is, she was like, you got to consider the bone carrier or something like that. And I'm like, if Porsha and Shamea have been besties since they even middle school or whatever, why would you even say some shit like that? Like, you on camera, you mic'd up, that Bravo is going to Truly Religion, Bravo, Andy, the producers, NBC, all of that. Their goal is to take the messiest, most salacious part of each episode or each whatever it is
Sing.
filming that they're doing and put that into the show. Only the shit that's going to ruffle feathers, make people raise their eyebrows, make people like, oh shit, make people go on Twitter and trend people and all this kind of stuff. That's what's going to make it into the theme. The happy-go-lucky, we're all in a flower sister circle, having a good time, loving on each other. That's not gonna sell because we live in an age where people are addicted to social media. They want to see the people fighting. They want to see the people dragging each other down the head by their edges. Like, that's what, unfortunately, the consumer base is. I hope Atlanta doesn't go as far as like Portia's. What was that show she had? Portia Family Matters or something like that. When she about to fight Dennis Mama, I'm just like, I didn't even watch that because I can't. I can't.
Portia's
But
finna fight with the boy mama.
child,
That's when he should have slapped the
Portia
shit out of
is
him.
what did Candy call her? Our Street Fighter. It's true. Portia, her second season, she drug Kenya ass across that stage. Um, and then I don't know if it was the next season or the 2 seasons later, then she was gonna fight Jamie, who I think is like Candy's assistant or producer for like Candy's coded, whatever it is, Candy Coded Click. Portia was gonna fight. It was somebody else. Oh, she then fought Cynthia on that boat. I think I was telling you about that last time. And so, like, you have a history of violence. It just is what it
Why
is.
she ain't I wonder if her and Drew gonna fight.
They not gonna fight. Because what Drew say? Why people do this? This shit is so weak to me. But they always, I'm from Chicago. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about you from somewhere. Who gives a shit? There's a whole bunch of people from somewhere and they ain't never been to jail, ain't going to jail, ain't never been in a fight, none of that stuff. But I get it. It has a little bit of weight because Chirac people over there, you know, unaliving people by the second. So I get it, but it's just like, girl, you're not about that. Like, Drew, stop. I don't doubt that Drew would fight somebody if somebody tried to fight her, but I don't think Drew running around like Porsha running around, because Porsha will fight you. And your mama. And I really think Porsha got hands. I think Porsha was gonna fight Dennis and the mama. Okay, because the way that scene was set up, it looked like Dennis had to kind
Well,
of
when
like
you
stop.
trying to fight his mama, you better be ready to fight him.
Listen, we were talking about that the
Because
other
shit,
day
you
on
raise
the
your
show.
voice at Sandra K the wrong way, or look at her, I'm popping. Hey,
It is what it is. Because the way I grew up, listen, we ride home on this bus and you got smoke with my little cousin Tweety. We all fighting. Everybody, come on. Let's just go and get off this
on
bus.
me.
Let's go ahead and let us off. We about to square up. It just is what it is. We don't play like, I don't play them type of games. You're not supposed to be what can say, you're not gonna be in me. Like, I'm a short girl. We're not doing that. Like, we're not doing that. So, but anyways, Porsha is tall. Porsha got weight on her, and she ain't scared of you. She clearly has shown us over the years she ain't scared. You know, she can't do that. I don't think too much on this show anymore. It's probably a part of their contract, but I think Porsha would square up. I don't think Drew is cut from that same cloth. I personally don't think that. But let's see. What was the next thing? Hold on.
I think Drew will. I think Drew don't want to. Like, Drew is more about trying to brand herself for real. Like, but I can see the wretched in Drew. Like, number one, she a liar. So, bitch, I know you got your ass beat a lot by a bunch of people. Like, people stay whooping your motherfucking ass.
No,
For
because
real, most liars, they done started a whole bunch of shit and people had to dig in their ass. Like, or people don't fuck with you. It's one or the other.
hey, Lord the Curse.
Hey, beautiful. How's it going? You look cute.
Oh, thank you. You know, I have to go be a professional out here in this world, child. And I'm
I
just like
that shirt. I love a good pussy bow.
oh, well, thank you. It came from Sheen. Okay.
Oh no,
It
wait. Those
came
are like classic. Remember, well, you're not as old as me, but classic like 70s. They used to wear like kind of a satin shirt with a pussy bow and Candy's heels and some flare jeans or that jean skirt. And I don't know, it just kind of takes me back to seeing the beautiful ladies in fashion fair.
listen, I wish this is a sidebar from Atlanta Housewives, but like I wish women dress more like my favorite era is like the 40s. Like where
Oh my
40s,
God, I love the 40s.
like women were women. We walking around and I snatched bellies and ain't nobody got no muffin top, and women were women. I'm not saying we got to be like that all the time. I just miss, like, to me that was a very like, you got to come over here and get it, sir, but I'm gonna be all the way together. Like, I love that. I do love
like
that. But
before I saw the misogyny of like the whole June Cleaver stereotype of like, you know, being in your high heels, stilettos all day with your snatched waist and your freaking, you know what I mean? And your hair coiffed and using all of your appliances for your man. You know what I mean? Like, it was a time. It was certainly a time.
absolutely. And I think this is my thing. Like, I think there's room because I love a good like tights and you know what I'm saying, and my little flip-flops, and let's go on down the road. I love that too. But you know, in the field of work that I do, you know, when you showing up and you're this professional, you gotta kind of like do that. I just didn't feel like going and finding a shirt to put on to get on this live. I'm just gonna go do this live and then I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed. That's where I'm at with it. I don't feel like doing the whole thing all over. But yeah, Sheen International, she by Sheree.
Was that prior to the tariffs or recently?
Yes. You know, my sidebar, my husband a few weeks ago, I was like, because you know, I be having like 500 items in my Sheen basket for a grand total of $87.33, and I'd be like, I am Sheen rich, honey. And people don't know because I have on a Sheen shirt and a Chanel belt and Chanel shoes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Sam call it high low.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it if it looks good. You know what I'm saying? But I know this Sheen shirt ain't gonna last forever. It just is what it is.
Right. Well, you make it look like it's definitely like Nordstrom, Saks, or something. I would have never known it was Sheen had you not shared that.
Yeah, absolutely. The lady Escalada told me the same thing. She's like, and I gave her the whole thing. Listen, sis, you go get your home Sheen Life right there for $39.95. You get a whole new wardrobe. I'm just saying.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah. What was I saying? We were talking about something. Okay, so we're talking about right now that we think that Drew might, I guess Carmen was saying she thinks that Drew would fight Porsha or might fight her because Drew's a whole ass liar. Did you watch the last episode on Sunday?
Yes, I did watch the last episode. I'm not sure where I saw a fight happen though. Or
no. She was saying that. Okay, so we're at the second scene where Ralph, Porsha, and Shamea are all talking about this text message that apparently the hot dog man sent to Porsha saying something about, run me my money and I ain't trying to have sex with you. I just have a hard time believing that Drew is on the hot dog man's hot dog. I do. I don't. Ralph look way better than him. Like she said in her little scene, I like a certain physique.
Aesthetic.
The hot dog man has been eating hot dogs.
Just
like I've been sitting over here eating this damn peach cobbler. Okay, I look like I've been eating peach cobbler, so he looked like he been eating hot dogs, and Ralph does not. So I agree with her. Ralph is not the guy you want to marry. He's the guy you just want to take home for a little drive by, not to your house, but you know what I'm saying. So he's not that guy. The hot dog man, you probably do want to have a baby with because if you that girl. I'm not that girl, but if you that girl because you want to secure the bag or whatever, but he not the guy you want to look at. He not like, oh, I'm ready to go home. So I'm about to go home to go get with the hot dog man. No, next. So him sending this message, I'm like, I don't know, but it feels very much like a.
Yeah. So was Carmen sharing her thoughts on that already, or did?
Yeah, she already kind of shared her thoughts that she thinks it's set up and it's not real.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I agree. I don't think it's real. Portia's more of a liar than Drew, only because we've known her longer, and so that's how she qualifies as a longer liar than Drew. There was no truth or validity in any of the Porsha or any of the Thoughtlandia Queen statements, and she makes it like she was trying ever since Simon threw his monkey wrenches around her storyline. She's like grasping at straws. And this is another example of that, where she's like really she's stretching like it's Burkham's hot yoga to make it more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we are feeling the heat for it because we're like tired and exhausted from watching her try to maneuver this storyline, right? And it's sad. It's sad. It's not like what iconish shit is made of, for me anyway. And for her to have to like literally twist the words in one scene, in the other scene, in another scene, doesn't she say, "Oh, I don't think it was about sex, but he said she was trying to, run me my money. I'm not trying to F you." And I didn't think that had anything to do with sex. I thought it sounded like Drew was trying to not pay another person, which that would be a very Drew.
That's actually,
you know what I mean? But it wasn't about a sexual fuck you. It was about I'm not trying to fuck you the way you think people get fucked in these situations. Use my money. Like, I'm not trying to pull a Candy Burris on you. I'm not trying to Kim Zolciak you, rather.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Porsha, we all know she thinks it's 264 days in a year. She thinks that there had to be an opening for the train to get under this, passage on the Underground Railroad. So we know her cerebral elevator doesn't go all the way up. And that if you don't explain it to her, she might not catch it. I'm just saying. So Portia's working with what she got, which is her body, yada, yada. And I feel like she just sells it to the highest bidder. That's what I was telling Carmen before you came on. Like, hey, that's just how I see it. And I don't expect anything different from her. The thing I haven't been able to figure out yet, I'm not 100% sure if this whole storyline of Shamea and Porsha being besties and now they're not going to be besties. I don't see that as, I can't decide if it's a setup where they want us to do that and think that, because that's the type of stuff that true Real Housewives of whatever platform gold is made of. It's in every good reality TV show where you have people who started out friends or started out married, and you want to see them come back together. You want to see Nene and Kim Zolciak fight it out, and her say you look like a dog, you know, with a wig on, or you know, whatever happened between Nene and Cynthia. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to see that with Bethany and Jill Zarin. I don't know if y'all watched New York, and just other people, because these people were actual friends. So I can't decide if they're setting us all up for the okie doke and they're not really doing it. I just don't think, again, Porsha's that smart to do that. But it's not news, in my opinion, that Porsha isn't the same friend to Shamea that Shamea is to Porsha. That was evident seasons ago when Porsha spread that whole lie or whatever about Kandi Burruss and, oh, y'all want to put me in the basement and all that kind of stuff that Phaedra allegedly told her. And then even before that, Phaedra, your new friend that you just met 2 seconds ago, and Shamea, you didn't kind of like dropped her off already. So part of me feels bad for Shamea, but part of me understands it's like, you've been to this part of the zoo before. You know exactly how this animal works. She's already shown you that she has a pattern of, I'm going to use the opportunity for me to be with the people that I really want to, you know, have a relationship with. She is now seemingly engaging in another friendship with, what did Nene say? Freak and fraud. I was like, what? Nene, I love me so Nene. She had iconic one-liners. But it's like, you back over there with the fraud lady. Like, what are you doing? But it makes sense because your whole, to me, Porsha's whole shit is made of glass. Everything about her is see-through. And she thinks that we can't see that she in a fucking fishbowl. Like, you think we can't see what the hell you doing? But I feel bad for Shamea if this isn't planned, because I do think Shamea is a real friend, unfortunately. And
she is.
She deserves better. But where Shamea lost me was when they were down there kikiing about Angela and saying that, you know, her laughing about the scenario where Porsha's like, I should have sex with her husband, or whatever Porsha said. To me, that said something about your character. I'm not saying that you couldn't laugh, because if you were having a girls' night or whatever, y'all joking, y'all drinking, whatever, I do think shit could be more funny than you would ordinarily laugh at or whatever. But that being said, I don't think there's one iota of a second that if Angela, or we won't even use Angela, we'll use Britt, because Britt right now, everybody hate Britt, right? If Britt said, I should fuck Shamea's husband.
Can I add something?
Old ass problem.
I think anybody on that cast could have said that and they would have got a different reaction than what Porsha said.
Exactly.
And that's because that's her report card. Like, that's part of her rap sheet. Like,
not a report card.
Yeah, like,
you're right.
Everybody got a report card, like basically like your rap sheet, what you known for, what you do, how you really move. And Shamea knowing Porsha the best, like her not even gasping or taking a second before she laughed, nothing. It's like, yeah, bitch, I wonder how often Porsha at your house anyway. You know what I'm saying? By you being the closest, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said last time, Porsha fun, but if this is my man, I'm gonna test my man by bringing her around.
I'm not doing that.
Like, I'm gonna test my man by bringing her around. Like, if this is something that I know I don't want nobody like her around, I'm not bringing her around. But if it's somebody I'm unsure of, I'm gonna bring her around.
Okay. Nikki P. Nicole says Porsha wished Shamea a happy birthday today on Instagram. Because you know, right now, I don't know if y'all listen to Candy's podcast, or Candy has a lot of different forums, Kandi Burruss, that she's on, and people were asking her. I don't know if she was on her podcast or she was on someone else's, but they were asking her what her opinion was about what's going on with Porsha and Shamea. And, you know, Shamea and Kandi are, I feel like, actual friends in real life. I do think that. And so, like I said, Shamea watched what Porsha did to Kandi, and then they didn't talk for a minute. And so then, and before that, she watched what Porsha did to her, because she was choosing her over. No, she was choosing what's her name, Phaedra, over Shamea. She watched all of this play out, and then you're still besties with this person. So Candy's input was just kind of like, she's like, I feel like riding the fence a little bit, if that makes sense. Or I love when Kim Byer says he turking on a fence. I love it. Shout out to Kim Byer. But I think I feel like that's what Candy did in her response, because Candy was just kind of like, they're not really, she didn't use these words, I'm paraphrasing, but basically they're not really friending like that right now. And I believe it. Like, my problem started with Porsha and Shamea my serious problem when she didn't go to that girl wedding, talking about, oh, I can't sit up in first class, or I can't sit in coach, or some shit like that. It's like, girl, stop it. You stopped riding coach a long time ago. Like, stop playing. And so, like, what are you talking about? What do you mean you can't?
She said it was because they were beefing.
Shamea said that. No, Porsha told somebody new. I don't know if it was Angela or whomever, but Porsha was like, I didn't go because we hadn't been speaking at the time. And then Shamea's response was, that's fine if it was the issue, because that's not what you told me. You told me you were sick. And that is what she said on camera. So you're sick and you can't come because you got this blood clot, whatever it was that Porsha said she had. She got a doctor's note. It's like, girl, fuck out of here with that bullshit. But anyways, you can't come.
Didn't she really have a doctor's note then?
I don't know.
I think somebody had a doctor's note tonight.
Hey, we can buy doctor's notes too.
Right?
Girl, you could buy or make whatever the hell you want to make. Okay.
Well, it's just interesting that she would have went through all that trouble and still forgot years later that she paid for lies.
We can't make it. And it's like, this is when I probably would have pulled all the way back. Like, I say this a lot. I tell people, there are people in our lives that don't treat us the way we deserve to be treated, or the relationship switches, whatever it is, but we have some sort of connection with these people. These people could be your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. Like, usually these people are close. And so you don't ever want to have something happen. And I haven't spoken to my sister in 4 years because of whatever, right? I didn't speak to Porsha because she didn't come to my wedding, but I love Porsha. You just, in my mind, you have to decide, okay, if I really just still love this person, I really want them to be in my life, how I want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So clearly they haven't broke up their friendship, but I do have to limit my interaction, because I don't want to come to your death day and I didn't talk to you for 5 years because I felt like you were so wrong for not coming to my wedding, and I feel a way about it, or because I've dismissed everybody in my life that did something wrong to me that hurt me. I understand it, but I don't want you to come to the end of whatever with them and then something tragic happens and now you can't get those 4 years back. So I'm not here to tell Shamea you need to just X her out of your life, but you do need to limit the access that she has. And I think Shamea probably is feeling that right now, because they probably got her trending. She was probably trending on Sunday when the episode dropped about that. But the thing about this world, two things I know for sure: this world is full of givers and it's full of takers. And givers have to say no, because takers will take. And to me, Porsha's a taker. She gonna take your husband, and let me preface that. Can nobody take your husband or your wife? Those people are willing participants. So stop blaming the husband and stop blaming the wife and the ex, not the ex, the girl he fell in love with, or the guy that came up. It's not their fault. They made a commitment to you, not them. So be mad at him or be mad at her. Don't be married. Don't be mad at the person that, whatever. What Miss Evelyn say? Stretch your low and spread it wide, or whatever she said. Dip your low and spread it wide. Like, we know who Porsha is. And so does Shamea. And so that's why I was disappointed. And it's irritating to me that Shamea's like, I don't know why Angela has all this energy for me and she can't get over, me for just laughing at it, what Porsha said, when Porsha's the actual person that said it. I agree with you. But you should have and could have said, you know what, Angela, I apologize, and just left it at that. That was a moment that I had. It was funny to me at the time. I was inebriated, whatever your excuse is going to be. But I can recognize that it's not something that I would be okay with. Like I said, if we all put the whiny nose lady, what's her name? With the nose, is she married to the guy that I think might be bisexual? What's her name? It's not Kelly. It's the other one, the bike size. Brit. If Brit said that, it would be over with. Shamea and Porsha would be like down to the Bravo, down to the NBC, down to the Truly Original, trying to get her off the show. That's what would have happened. Because look how Porsha reacted to business transactions between Drew just having a business dealing with her baby daddy. You're not even with this man. You got a whole ass husband over here. What are you talking about? But then you could tell Angela behind her back that I should have sex with her husband. And if someone's coming for me, I might say some slick shit and don't mean it. But this is the thing, like Carmen said, Porsha got a track record. She got a report card. Carmen said she has a track record and a report card that says you will do that.
Right.
And so I'm gonna have to trust your actions, sis. You know, and now your actions and your words are meeting up. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
For the Angela, Porsha, Shamea situation, I don't know how you guys feel about Angela. I feel like she's Lady Tryhard of the Bridgerton court, and and she would get written up in the dourest Duchess thingamajig because she's trying very hard this season. She's
Porsha?
coming in. No, Angela.
Oh, Angela. You think Angela's trying? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So from her first introduction at Shamea's house, I felt like she was coveting Shamea's house. Yes, because she even got home and was going on and on about Shamea's house so much to her husband Charles, who was in the house. The call was coming from the house, and he was in the house with her, so he saw the house. So why are you talking to me 3 days later about this lady's house? And even he was like, "Shut up about this lady's house," right? So that's why I'm like, so she was like kind of even coveting, like it was on her mind. So now so that's positioned her to have her look for something to be wrong with Shamea. Her house is perfect. Her life is perfect. She got that Rolls Royce. I'm sure Kenny would help her take the bags into the houses that she's remodeling. I'm positive he could get somebody from his crew to come through and help her like on her refurbished dreams or whatever, because it kind of feels like Angela's a one-woman show on what she has going on in her life. Like it's like they're together but not together. Like they're together but not interested in the same things in that much regard. He's literally not even taking a bag of hardware into a house for her. Correct. Like that speaks volumes, right? So now that she's seen Shamea have all this stuff, she can hear the thought that is Porsha Williams say, "I'm gonna fuck your husband with a proven track record." Invite her to a house and throw all kind of shade. "Oh, I'm not gonna invite her to my real house because this is where whores belong, is at the side house and whatever else," right? And make up with the woman who said she would slob Charles's knob. Make up with her.
Facts.
And now you're still mad at Shamea because Shamea is a married woman who should have taken up for you when you don't even know what kind of hair glue to use on set yet. Try hard. It's like a lot to ask because we don't even know you like that. And we thought you came kung fu grip ready, bitch, the way that you was in here questioning one of the main ones about why did you take the person's husband? Like, you know what? So you come to play and you want to play and you have these reads, but then the first time somebody doesn't take up for you in an ensemble cast where nobody's taking up for nobody unless you're really riding with that person. Like, so it wasn't Shamea's job to take up for Angela or correct a thought. Who can correct a thought? Who can correct Porsha's thoughtness? The only thing that Shamea can really do is laugh at it so she doesn't set her targets on freaking her husband.
I agree.
Oh, God.
What do you think, Carmen?
I agree with what she's just said. Shamea wants to be cool with Porsha on that note. Like, she don't want that to be one. Like, you have to pick your battle. Shamea said that wasn't my fight. When she said that, I understood it.
Well, I disagree with both of y'all.
Awesome. Let's hear why.
Well, because I don't fully disagree, but there's portions of it that I disagree. Because to me, that says something about who you are. And again, to my point that I made earlier, there would be no understanding if they were sitting in a semicircle laughing about, Britt saying, "Yeah, I would fuck her husband." There, Shamea, who said, what did she tell Porsha? "I'm about to be a bride, honey," and all that kind of stuff. she wouldn't have been cool with it. And Porsha, her bestie, certainly wouldn't. They would have took that shit. They would have rode on that the whole time, and they would have dragged that lady through the mud. And she's a hoe, and she's a this, and her husband cheated on her 14 times, and her box thing. It would have been a whole fucking thing, in my opinion. So I'm like, I just come from a place of like, I'm not gonna do some shit to you that I don't want done to me. So I understand why Angela has a smoke for Shamea, but I don't think, and I do agree with Shamea only on this point. She's absolutely right. How are you having more smoke for me at something I laughed at, but this person actually said, and you got all this energy for me, but you didn't made up with her. So shit just doesn't make sense. And from that perspective, I agree with you guys, but it just, the only part that I would say to me that I would add to it is I feel like Angela wants to be liked by Porsha. It feels that way to me. Because Porsha,
that's what I'm saying. She's trying hard. She's trying hard.
I think they all do.
I agree. And that would turn me off. Like, they would probably have kicked me off the show because I would be the girl on there. Like, I hate people who have an egotistical, like, I can't with that. Like, if a guy look good or whatever, and I think that you think you look good, you'll never have an opportunity. And I don't give a shit how good he look. I'm just not that girl. I'm not chasing after no fucking body. You need to chase me. But that's just how I'm set up.
It's weird. I thought that's like high school, want to sit at the popular girls table. Look, lady, you telling us that you have 5 properties about to be an escrow because you're an investment developer, but you're chasing after the thought of the bunch and barking at the real one in the bunch because she needed to have your back, but you're breaking bread with the enemy. It's not Shamea's responsibility to check a thought. If you want to check a thought, you didn't have no problem marching your big bird ass downstairs. You didn't have no problem holding it. You know what I'm saying? So she handles stuff when she wants to. So obviously she doesn't want to handle Porsha, which is to your point about maybe she wants to be liked by Porsha. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's seen the clips of Porsha will go there. Porsha, I don't know when the last time Porsha whooped the ass was, but we know Portia's ass whooper. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it, but it's too much smoke for Shamea. Too much.
I agree. Hey, April Morgan. April says Porsha and Dennis was awful. Okay, the way they talk about Drew and Ralph, for any woman to lay down with that man should be ashamed. Ooh, Ruff is. Oh, I guess she said Ralph is low down, dog. I agree, April. And then she says Porsha and Shamea is giving me Love and Hip Hop. Not Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Porsha will be taking her best friend's husband. I agree. I don't think, and I don't know that man from a can of paint, but I don't think he comes across as thirsty, which is why I think he's like, I don't want to be on the show. I don't think they've shown him one time because I don't think he signed that contract that Jay-Z signed, the one that would get married to Beyonce. He didn't sign that contract with Bravo. He's like, y'all not stealing away my life and my dreams. I got a real ass job. But what does it say? Okay, Atlanta and Porsha will be taking her best friend's husband compulsion. Want that life is nasty on the streets. I agree. I do think this is the thing that I think. I think Porsha is a very attractive girl. Like, she's pretty enough in the face. She has body for days. And so I get why guys would be attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? But I personally think Shamea is more beautiful in a different way. It's
breathtaking, like in a natural aesthetic. What it gorgeous Nubian goddess kind of way.
Shamea is way more beautiful than Porsha.
I agree.
Porsha looks like a builder.
Way more beautiful.
What do they call Evelyn Lozada's daughter? A Build-A-Bear hoe or something?
A Build-A-Whore.
Yeah, like Portia's given builded, where Shamea looks like she looks so natural.
I think Shamea, those are her. Well, I don't know. That might not be her natural boobs, but meaning she had them and then probably got them like lifted or something. But Shamea's body, to me, I like it. It's proportioned. Her waist is still snatched after having a baby. I think she has body in a natural way, and it's not an overly like Portia's super voluptuous. Yeah. But it all falls right. And Porsha got her boobs done, and I wasn't mad at her because she didn't have anything there. And so go live your best life. I'm happy for her for that. So it's more proportioned. But I always thought Porsha had a banging body, and I don't see her as I don't put her in the pretty or gorgeous category. I just think she's cute. and she looks good with makeup, and she puts it together nice. It's good. But Shamea, like, I love her hair right now, like the short pixie cut, the dark skin. I'm here for it. Like, I'm dark skinned. I love it. I think it's cute. I'm here for Shamea.
I'm living for the melanin.
But I don't know. I just want Shamea to get out of Saks with all of the matchy Gucci and the matchy Chanel. Listen, I don't know. I shouldn't say that, because if I had Shamea money, I probably would be doing the same thing. So let me be quiet. Let me stop judging. What did she say? Okay, so April says Porsha, not that girl. And then you come back on the show. Portrait was in the corner and cried. I don't know what she's saying. Porsha was in the corner and cried, or should not that girl? I don't know. She's saying Portia's a hoe. I think that's April's point.
Yes.
I think Portia's a hoe. I think. Listen, I agree with the internet. We down here on Beyonce's internet, and I agree with what the streets are saying about Porsha, which it just feels like we were sold this idea that, okay, Portia's coming back. And I personally watch The Housewives for a very different reason than what's playing out right now. I was talking about this the other night. I like housewives. I like the housewives that have actual real money. That's not just, we rent this house, or we rent this townhouse, or, this ain't my real Bentley type stuff. I want to see y'all on private jets, spending an obscene amount of money on, vacation, buying Louis bags and Chanel bags and $2,000, sundresses from Fendi, and taking fabulous vacations. This whole idea that we going on your what is it called, birthday trip to Tennessee is just bogus to me. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm like, dude, NBC, y'all didn't get the Bravo people the money down to the Bravo. I don't understand what's going on. It's not giving glamorous to me. So Portia's like, I heard that Porsha Williams coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but no, honey, Porsha Gubadia will be back. And I'm like, nah, you back on the show, and your ass is Porsha Williams. Like, that's, to me, listen, that shit did not age well. And now you can't even, he didn't snatch your Rolls Royce. You can't even film in your house. I'm like, and the way, and I know I'm going backwards, but the way that Porsha showed up late to Shamea's birthday party, I felt a way about that. Like, I get people late, I get Porsha's late, but she just consistently, to me, this is why I couldn't be friends with her. You're consistently doing shit to downplay or like make me look like an idiot. And I pray to God, as much as I don't like how this is playing out, I really do pray to God that they can work it out, because I want them to really be friends. But Portia's going to have to change her behavior, and you can't trust her. Like, which makes me like, I can't trust Shamea. So if I can't trust the people you hang around, then I can't trust you. Because I'm not, I've said this a million times about Diddy. I'm like, I don't have, or Jay-Z, I said this about, I don't have no pedo friends. Okay. You got at least 4 famous ones. You got Diddy, Weinstein, Epstein, whomever, R. Kelly. You got all these pedo friends. I don't understand that. So I feel the same way. I apply it to all the relationships. So if your friend a hoe, and that's not to say because we all got at least one hoe friend. Okay. It just is what it is. Right. But what I'm saying is, if that's your bestie, it's just, I'm like, I don't agree with some of this behavior that you got going on in your life, girl. Like, I don't understand it. You could still be my bestie, but we're not hanging out like that, because I can't trust you. Not only can I not trust you, but you can't be trusted with anybody else, But I don't know. I feel a way about Angela, because she talks about how, she went through whatever with, is it Charles? Is that his name? And how he cheated on her so many times. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why are you still there? And it's like, I think women in our culture, in the world, feel like there's some sort of badge of honor associated with, I stayed with some man that treated me treacherously and slept around on me multiple times and all this kind of shit. I wonder, like, what is your own self-worth? It's one thing that your husband had a little, whatever, one time. That I'm not saying that that's not significant and that you shouldn't leave then. I am saying this, though, that if he continues with this behavior pattern, then why are you still there? Like, it's just disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But for her and a lot of other women, they relate to that, and they feel like, well, marriages go through things. And I'm not saying they don't. But again, it makes me question you and your own self-value. And like you said, he ain't showed up one time with a hammer with the, let me bring some shit out the car.
Yeah, like, not that we've seen. I don't know if he's getting cut that way as an editing cut. I don't know if he's getting cut that way, but what we saw, well, he not helping. He not doing nothing but frying chicken and telling you to mind your business. Frying chicken and saying like, mind your business, mind your business.
It came across to me like from what they showed or edited or whatever, at least. And I try to give them grace, like you said, because we don't know, they may have filmed 3 whole days with this man and then show 2 minutes of, his response. Or like they do on other shows, they get you all liquored up and then they show you when you in your worst scenario, like you just this drunk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Manipulated. Because it's like, from when did this happen? Does this clip actually match this reaction and response? Did this happen at the same time? Like that kind of, foolery that they think we don't catch. But he doesn't give to me. I'm in love with this lady. It just doesn't, and I can't understand how the daughter living
That's
with.
what I'm saying, like a companion, like they have an arrangement, like they're people of a certain age, and this is the aesthetic. Well, he's a certain age, and so he wanted her for a certain look, but not for stuff to do.
There's no fun or light in their eyes. It just feels like you said, an arrangement. And she's bothering me because she keeps saying, and he checked all the boxes and he's handsome. I'm like, okay, girl, I guess. I don't know.
She's saying he's Charles Oakley. Like I was supposed to know he wasn't Charles Barkley. I'm like, get over yourself. I don't even know who your dude is. Talking about he's Charles Oakley. He's royalty. I'm like, yeah, I guess you would have to be a stan or a fan to understand. But like you're like way more on it, darling.
I think if you're in a sports world, you will know who that man is, especially if you are like a male. Like my husband knew who he was. I didn't. I don't know who this man is. Right. I know maybe I could name 10, basketball players on my hand, and they all superstars. And I'm not saying that man is or isn't. I just ain't checking him. I don't know. And he don't look good at this stage. Maybe he looked good 10 years ago. He don't look good to me. I'm just saying. So, and to me, she's pretty. Now, I don't know if she bought her face or if that's how she arrived here, but she looks good. I want her to get a breast thingy, though, like a lift or something, or get a good bra or something. I don't know what she got going on over there. But, what's the next one?
I feel like her body's banging for her to be really tall. I feel like I like her boobs.
You do?
I feel like her and Shamea both have like a natural under round. It's not Doja Catted. It's not Porsha. I don't know. I feel like the droop in it looks natural enough. Do you think they look droopy?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was asking, do you think they look droopy? Because now I'm going to have to go back and.
It's more to me of like, you don't have the appropriate bra for the outfit. So you know how like when these women go to like the Golden Globes Awards or whatever it is, and they clearly don't have on a bra, but somebody has taped them with the inch of their life.
Yes.
That's all I want her to do. That's it. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to go. Listen, I believe in natural beauty, like you're saying, but I also believe in enhanced beauty. So if you need to go and enhance yourself and you feel good about it, I'm with it. Like I'm not like shaming her in that way, but I'm just saying some of the looks that she's had, it's like they're drooping. And I'm like, all I'm saying is just like have someone get stylish, just pull you up. Like she's on a episode of, what do they call it? Like it's after the episode. Bravo. What is it?
Yeah, the after show.
The after show. And her and Garcelle both have this issue to me. Garcelle is gorgeous, but just won't put it right for the rest of she just won't get it right. Until this last season, I think she got the right team or a better team. But Angela looks better to me, way better to me in that after show, in that black and white, whatever that dress was. I was like, this is what you need to look like. You look stylish in this dress. So
but you know what about that? Was she looked too much like Drew. It looked like the same exact dress in black and white instead of in blue and gray. And they both have like that. They both have a turtleneck, those shoulders, like that weird print, that abstract kind of body thing. I don't know. It felt like she was copying. It doesn't really feel like her, No,
I agree. But you know what? I will say this, because Drew has a lot of misses over the years, but Drew is gorgeous. I'm like, this girl, she don't even need an ounce of makeup to me. I think she's gorgeous without any of that. But they've like, I don't know. I think she has a better team. She doesn't always get it right. Let me be very clear about that. She still doesn't always get it right. But there are some scenes where I'm just like, okay, your body looks good, girl. Like, run with it, roll with it.
All the ladies, and I've been saying it from the episode 1 of season 16, is that all of these ladies' face cards are serving. Nobody's getting declined. All of them are serving. and all of them are gorgeous, and it's so nice to see. And even though we do have some that like, oh, they're like, ooh, we could do filler too, like, but you don't need to. But even those girls like kind of seem overdone. At first they seemed a little too plastic. Now they're growing on me. And but I feel like all their aesthetics are gorgeous. And
I think that not Kelli. I think Kelly's gorgeous. I think what's the lady with the nose? Britt. I think Britt's gorgeous. Even better to me without makeup, personally.
Yeah, Britt without makeup is, oh my God. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do think Angela is pretty. I don't think anyone's missing. Like you said, they all serving cars. I agree with that. And I don't know. I think I like Kelli the most. I feel like I would get along with her in real life, but I also like her the most because I think she's the most like me. Like her personality will ask you some shit like, why you take that husband? Like, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't really mean nothing by it, but I really do want to know. Like, what you doing? what was
no, I mean something by it. Like I need an answer before I allow my energy to intertwine with your energy, because I don't do everything the Bible says, but I'm not gonna hang out with drunkards and whores. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to like be prepared to like protect my peace, right? Like you're literally not just gonna go hang out with a serial killer, right?
Guard your heart, sis. So I agree. You are supposed to guard your heart, and you don't need to be around everybody. But with that being said, we're no better than anybody else. Sometimes we just handle it better, handle it differently. You know, I try not to judge people by the worst day of their life or the worst incident, the worst thing that they did, because you're not the totality of that one thing or those 10 things that you did. And if we line up everybody and all of the wrongs that they've done, it's just kind of like, we really probably shouldn't compare.
We're all sinners.
No, we're gonna be good, is all I'm saying.
We're all sinners, huh, Mom?
Absolutely.
So what did you get today?
What did you guys think about? And I didn't really care about this part of it, but because it's a part of it, when Kelli went over to Angela's $2 million house or $1 million house, whatever it was, were you impressed? Because I was.
She's like, the ceilings are low, and she's a short ass person, and she noticed the ceilings were low. That was hilarious.
I love her. Because I won't say that some of the homes outside looks good, but none of them gave me $1 million. None of them. They all gave me maybe 300, 400,000. And I know that I'm lowballing it for the market that we're in, because my home is probably worth about $300,000 or $400,000 at this point. This is not what I paid for it, but because of the market and how everything is inflated, my home is like 3 times valued of whatever, 3 or 4 times valued what I paid for it back 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I get why she's charging what she's charging, but this is my problem with that whole scene is, girl, if your purpose of showing your business to grow it was to make money and be a boss and have people come and, you know, buy your homes and stand in line and be on a waiting list, this is not the way to do it. You need to have home staged. You need to have everything to be immaculate. If you're on TV showing it, and
it's to spend more time in that damn closet too.
It gave to me, you are the everyday realtor.
Yeah. There was no imagination, no vision. There was no inspiration. She basically came in and what did she do? Redo the floor and put some white paint. She didn't like have any overall aesthetic. Like why? Where were the arches? Where was the wall? Where was the adjoining this? And oh, we did this to make it more that. Like it was nothing. It was still all just the boxes. It was all just fucking boxes.
It gave Robin from the Real Housewives of Potomac. That's what it gave to me.
Yeah, but at least hers was staged. She
did my formula, and I got my own money in this, so therefore I can't afford a charcuterie board. We can't afford the flower arrangement people. We can't afford the staging people. We can't even afford the water to put in the pool in the backyard. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. You know, and so Angela, girl, if you out there, come on over to Chanel's Reality if you want to and explain that whole scene, because that is a whole hot ass mess. And if Nene Leakes or Marlo was on the damn show, oh my God, they would.
Nene. This whole everything will go right in Bravo's whole world if they did right by Nene, but they're not listening to me.
Hey, Nay, hey boo, hey. I love me some Nay. She's from the Drip Show. Me and her, that's my boo. So I wasn't impressed by that, and I think and this is another reason I like what's her name, Kelli, because Kelli was being honest. Kelli really could have drugged her, but Kelli just kind of, I feel like, gave like the cliff notes. She was just kind of like, there should have been some wine. Thankfully, I brought some wine. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Kelli has what's the right word? She has class to her. Like, I know there's something about Kelli ain't showing us and ain't telling us. I know that that's coming. It's probably in her third season, but she at least has etiquette. She is at least showed up to your home and brought you some wine. I'm just like, Kelli. I mean, Angela, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Wrong road, wrong road, wrong road.
Thank you very much.
What's the next thing? Okay, so then they wanted to Angela wanted to rehash this whole. Shamea told me that, I don't know if she was rehashing Shamea said that Porsha isn't really her friend, or is it maybe she feels like their friendship is lopsided. So Angela, I guess, wanted to be the bone carrier or whatever. And I don't know if I think I overstepped the scene where Porsha went to Angela's non-home or her rental property, so that, you know, because I'm not bringing this hoe to my actual house. Like, I was like that shit. And they played tennis or whatever. And
I thought that was so fake. That was so fake. It's just so fake.
It was produced at high levels, but I do think the sentiment was the same, which is, we're going to put forth this storyline. I think the editors or the producers, they want the main storyline because they think this is what's going to carry them into the next 3 seasons. And if it was authentic and if it was real, not really kind of like conjured up, in my opinion, then it would buy them the next 3 or 4 seasons. Look how many seasons Melissa Gorga and Teresa Giudice have been beefing, like, for 13 years or however many years it's been.
And that's too long. Like,
it is, but it's been cooking, and people, the fans in New York, in Jersey, are still on it, even 10 years after they started their beef. So they know that they can make money off of it. They know that, even still now. So that's what they're hoping, in my opinion. That's what they're hoping, is that they'll fall out this season, and then next 2 seasons, they're not going to be friends and whatever else. And then the audience is going to be cheering for them, or Team Shamea, Team Porsha. That's what they're hoping is going to happen. But I just don't know if it's.
Well, you know what happened on that? Shamea was on Watch What Happens Live, and like right after the episode on Sunday, and she was on there with Ariana Madix, of all people. But anyway, she was over there, and Andy asked her where her and Porsha stood, and she said that she was stopping, that she's given enough grace, and that she was waiting for things to be reciprocated, right? So then today is Shamea's birthday, and Porsha did a Shamea birthday post, and she went on the post and was like, "Thank you for this. I love you." And everybody's all, "This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see." So maybe like you're on to something. I don't know if it's like some more of the fakeness that they're almost getting into it.
I don't know. Okay, so let me just say this. I do believe that what Angela is saying, Shamea is feeling. I do believe that Shamea feels that. How can you not? Even if it was a private situation, I could see how Shamea would feel that way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But who is Angela to say that, though?
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with Angela saying it, but why? Because Porsha would say it. Shamea would say it. They was down there doing the whole kiki about their lady husband. So I can't say, okay, over
Did you
here.
watch the whole after story, the whole after party? I mean, the whole after show thing? Because I think on there, Shamea mentioned that she never said anything to Angela. She said they were having lunch, and Angela was asking probing questions. It wasn't like Shamea sat down with her and was like, "Oh yeah, she didn't come to my wedding because she was this." It was like they were sitting down having lunch, and she said, "Oh yeah, I heard Porsha didn't go to your wedding. How'd you feel about that?" So that's how she even got the information she got. It wasn't a conversation. It was a mining expedition that she turned around and said that, "Oh, Shamea said this, that, and the other." And it was lies. It was, Shamea was upset about it. Shamea's like, "I never said those things. I never said it like that."
This is the thing, and I'm not saying you're wrong, and I didn't see that, but this is my problem, is that Shamea, at least on 2 occasions, is bringing back information to Porsha in the same manner. where it's not exactly what that person said.
Right.
It's not the
You're
tone
right.
of what they said. So it's kind of like that's what they're gonna do. And I expect that.
You're right.
And they
Because I
can
don't
do
think Shamea told the truth on what Britt said. I think that
right.
Britt
Exactly. The way she
probably
brought it
said
back
it
is
right.
like,
Exactly. The way she said it, I don't think Britt said it that way.
but that's what their producers want them to do.
Right.
Like they want them to do that so that there could be this miscommunication or misunderstanding so that they could all have it out at the reunion. That's just what it is. Because you know, we all as viewers of the shows, we're all sitting here like, why you didn't put her to the side? That's not how you do your friend, and you know, whatever it is on whatever day, how we feel about this person or that person or whatever. Um, they do that because they know it's kind of triggering to us, and it's just like, this is stupid. And why didn't you do this? And what makes you think you're, like you said, what makes you think you are the person that needs to come and say this to her? I think that I hate it when
She's trying so hard.
I hate it when housewives lie. And this is the lies that they tell. And I'm like, all of y'all be lying. Oh, I never watched Housewives. Shut up. Yes, you have. All of you. And this is the shit that really irks it boils my blood. They'd be like, oh, she's a fan of the show. And I'm like, all of y'all are fucking fans. Let's stop it. Like, stop the madness with, oh, I never watched it. So you went to a job interview about a job you know nothing about. You have nothing. Like, shut up. That just irks me. And I'm not saying they sat around and watched every season of every episode or any of that, but I'm not applying for a job. I have no clue about anything that goes on at the shop. I'm going to do my research. And so this idea that they want to push off this narrative of, you know, I'm so busy and I'm so rich and I'm so this and I'm, you know, I'm a boss and this, that, and the third, and I don't have time for that kind of thing or whatever. It's annoying to me. Like that shit is annoying. So I'm saying that to say, like, this is annoying to me that Angela is doing this. Well, I didn't even know that she didn't come to your wedding. Yes, she did. Stop it. I can promise you, Angela, girl, you said these people have been trying to get you to come on to the Real Housewives since season 2. That's what you said. So if these people have been running to try to get you to come on their show for 14 years, or are we in season 16? I think, yeah. So 14 years they've been trying, and you don't know nothing about the show. You don't know nothing about the real shit that has happened. Like, stop. That's annoying to me. That's really my only gripe with her, because I do think a good part of the watchers or the viewership, at least from what I've seen, they feel like Kelli and Angela are kind of like the front runners. I'm not. I wouldn't say that. I say Kelli, because I feel like Kelli is like reality TV gold. She knows how to move around the circle and not get, she's like Teflon. That's why I say her day is coming. It's probably 2 seasons from now. But to me, she's like Teflon. Nobody dislikes her. The viewers don't dislike her, really, in my opinion. And the fact that she didn't have push out twins and she got a flat stomach, I'm just gonna give her, you know, she gets extra points for that, bonus points or something. So she's likable. Angela, I think in about 2.5 seasons, I'm not gonna like her. I'm probably gonna feel the way you feel right now about her in probably about 2 seasons, because I just don't think she's being honest about everything, about her life and stuff like that. So, okay, so we talked about them sitting down, Porsha and them sitting down, to talk about Shamea feeling like, you know, she's not really, her friendship is lopsided. This is what I think, and I wrote this down. And I was like, people will continue to do what you accept. If you accept the bottom, they're gonna continue to give you the bottom. If you accept the bare minimum, guess what? They're gonna give you the bare minimum. If you accept disrespect, people are gonna disrespect you. It's just the reality of it. And so if Shamea is feeling that way, then you know, she seems to live a very charmed life, a very wealthy life. I didn't know until this season that she was wealthy. But apparently she is. So I do feel empathy for her, but this is not your first rodeo, Shamea. If you listening to Chanel's Reality Love, you've been down this street before. You saw the big ass hole in the street and you still walking down the same street. So, you know, you can't really be mad. You know, what is that saying? How does that saying go, where it's like you saw a snake on the road and it's like the snake was half dead or whatever, and you decided to nurse the snake back to life, and then the snake bit you and you could surprise that the snake bit you? It's like, it was a snake from the beginning. What are you doing? Like, you picked up the snake and anyway. So that's what I'm saying about Porsha. You know who Porsha is, and yet you still, you know, engaging. So that's on you. So then the next thing is Drew talking about her hardship of her marriage with Ralph. I can't believe anything comes out of Drew be lying and Porsha be lying. I can't believe anything that comes out of Drew's mouth or Ralph's mouth. I didn't really care about this scene, other than I feel bad for her, because I do think kids that are come from a broken home, it could be traumatic. And I do think it's traumatic, especially for the mom, because I do think, I could be wrong about this, but I do feel like since they carried the baby, there's a little more of an attachment there to what happens to their children, when their marriage falls down or breaks down or whatever. But I can't say I think they should get back together. Do you guys want to add anything about that scene? Because I didn't really care about it too much. If not, I will move on. What was I saying? Hold on, wait, let's see. It says last scene is Porsha, and so Porsha invited everybody to her Pampered by Porsha. Is anybody buying Pampered by Porsha? Is she selling bed sheets? I don't know what she got going on her site. But I will say this. I did like that her sister, London, or whatever her name is. I can't remember what her sister's name is. Her sister had the same problem that Shamea had a few seasons back with Porsha, which is, you think that I should just, bow down and kiss the ring. I do believe that that's kind of how, Porsha operates in her life. And because she the star of the show. That's what I think. And I think she misuses and overuses her people. And it's probably going to come back to bite her at some point. But I like that what the sister was trying to do, which is let's all be kind of like centered, and let's, be kind to each other, and let's have a moment to like receive what someone is saying. I'm all about that. I love that. And I love that they tried and then nobody fight. I love that they at least did that part. But it kind of comes to a head towards the end of the episode where it's like, let's see. Porsha and Shamea. Well, I guess it seems like Kelli is trying to tell Porsha, this is how Shamea feels. And Shamea's kind of like, did Shamea say that? I don't remember saying that, that kind of thing, where it just feels like you're deflecting. But I also think that Shamea kind of felt like put on the spot. And she probably feels like, if it's genuine, that I don't need nobody to speak for me. Me and Porsha are good. And whatever it is that we need to talk about, I don't need you to talk about it for me. And I would probably be that same exact way. But I do think it was coming from a good place. And then Angela I feel like Angela chimed in about it a little bit too. Shamea spoke up a little bit for herself, but not really. And then she seems like she's on the verge of crying about this, which I have to give her a little bit of grace for that, because I'm sure it's hurtful. And I'm sure it's more hurtful because from what it seems is that Shamea's star has been rising for a while, but we didn't know about it. And now the way it's being presented to the audience is that Shamea been living this life, maybe for a few years. Because I think her daughter is like 5 or 4, about to go to, I don't know, kindergarten or something. So Shamea's at least been living whatever this life is for at least 4 or 5 years minimum. And Porsha's been trying to get there. And it appears that Shamea might have a real husband that cares about her. That's what it appears to be. I hope that's what it is for her. I really, truly hope that that's really what it is. And then it's like, she's living my dream. And now I'm really, truly, I'm second and she's first. And none of the shit and the tricks that I, pulled and played are working out for me. And I feel like Shamea is over it, but I don't think that Shamea is the type of person to give up. I think she's going to be in this conundrum with Porsha for the remainder of her days on this earth. I do. I don't think there's going to be a time where they're not going to have no Cynthia and Nene time, in my opinion. Not on camera. What y'all think? Because that's pretty much the end of the episode. Did my co-host leave? Y'all left? Okay. Well, thank you guys.
I'm here.
Another episode.
I'm here. That was a good synopsis. My overall feeling is that, I'm glad to be watching again. I'll say that. It takes a lot of courage for these ladies to show us a version of their lives. I'm not getting on Apollo's stage, so there's that. And I'm always talking about the harmful programming of stereotypes en masse for global consumption for people who haven't even interacted with us, for us to be playing into stereotypes that don't uplift and portray us in a better light. And this is just entertainment, not to be taken seriously. However, it does impact a great deal of people's minds and their access to our Blackness and our Black bodies. So I don't know. I feel like there's a responsibility, and, you know, a Real Housewives of Atlanta or Thoughtlandia, they can pick a set. I don't think that RHOA is the place for Jocelyn Hernandez cabaret style.
Correct.
The way they went and met with Ralph. Now that was foul, Shamea, for you to set that meeting up. That we could have talked about as being foul, but you not taking up for Angela. Okay, I'm not tripping. But what was foul was for Shamea to set that up, and then for Porsha to come, invited by Shamea to this event, and to have already known, because they already had for information that Dennis and Drew both had reached out to both of them prior to working with each other. And so the disrespect, the utter disrespect for you to call this man from his basement dwelling and without a call to Drew is telling of what you're willing to accept. And she did say also on Andy Cohen that if she was, you know, if Porsha can take her husband, then do it, you know, because she's just not, you know, there to watch other people kind of thing. Well, you're inviting it. She's basically inviting it. Carmageddon's a bitch. And when she's going through it with her man, let somebody will be meeting up with him for some type of reason. And it will be detrimental to her the way that it's detrimental to Drew. How dare this woman sit there and talk about Drew and listen to this man's poison after sitting in front of Drew's face and being in this friend circle still with Drew. That's disgusting. It feels gross. It feels way grosser to me than not checking a thought for being a thought. Like this is beyond thought. This is like damaging to relate. What if they were going to be working on getting back together, and now you're meeting with him and you're orchestrating him meeting with her now proclaimed enemy who's going to put venom in his ear? And Ralph is crazy. We already saw Ralph is crazy. The fool was in the basement instead of someplace else. Okay, he's in the base. When he was married to her, he couldn't keep his ass home, y'all. He was in Florida all for 300 or 365 days a year. And now they're divorced and he needs to be in the basement. You guys really? Or is he
why they in the same house? No, I can't understand
this woman. He's playing victim so he can have access to her energy. I figured it out. He love bombed her.
100%.
He met her and married her and impregnated her within 3 months. Within 8 months. He is Martell energy. He is Dr. G energy. He is narcissistic personality. I'm not a psychiatrist, but just based off of all the other people that were.
I can confirm it. I'm not either. I guess we had to read about.
I don't know. There might be a enchilada sauce in there. There might be a can of enchilada sauce in there. Tomato sauce. I don't know. Dad, do you know where any a can of tomato sauce or tomato paste is, Daddy? Yeah. So I just feel like it was real dirty work and
nasty work.
That's what I'm saying. Like Real Housewives don't go meet with the op in real life without getting handled. You're not meeting with my husband as an op without getting handled in real life. This is like such fake reality TV, the way that they're positioning these storylines. Because like you already said, she would have already caught hands. Somebody was already going to catch hands. They would have already been in the hospital. The scene that we saw wouldn't even been able to happen. Let Chanel tell it, because the bitch had already been in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? She would have been able to meet with Drew's husband next. It wouldn't have happened.
First of all, why are you contacting my husband? Period.
Right.
Excuse me? Nah. You ain't nobody going nowhere with my husband by themselves. Sorry. And I trust my husband. You know, what are you doing that for? Like, it just doesn't even make any sense. And the thing that irritated me the most is because you sat on this show for 9 episodes and want to drag Drew within an inch of her wig. You want to drag her by her edges all the way back to Thoughtlandia because she did business with your ex-husband. Meanwhile, you married. You got a whole fake ass.
I can call him. I can call him because I crossed the street and we both crossed the boulevard one time. That was a dumbass. Like I did his podcast before, so I have the right to call this woman's husband to get the information to find out from him if Drew is having hot dogs with freaking Dennis. Really, bitch? That was your reasoning. So you're gonna call her husband, who she's going through a very nasty divorce with. It's very contentious, right? And she's gonna freaking sit with him to ask him if he thinks in his Delulu, I'm in the basement, love bombed you, used to be in Florida, but now I need to be home ass, and fill his mind, his craziness with ideas that maybe Drew is smashing hot dogs. Maybe she is. Maybe you didn't pick it up, Ralph. Maybe you missed it, boo. Maybe it didn't. Maybe, oh, Porsha, look, you came too. And then how he bought them drinks and dinner.
Girl.
And how they just like made him pay so much money. And Drew didn't get nothing from him. All that money should have been to Drew's pocket. Then why are they sitting there spending his money? And the only thing Drew was trying to do is make money with it. She's not spending the hot dog man's money. Well, I mean, unless you're not paying him back when she was supposed to, then she is stealing his money, isn't she?
And I wouldn't put that past Drew. But I have a problem with the whole scenario.
Yeah,
because neither one of y'all, who are still 2 married women, at least at this point,
they are.
All are inviting, but Shamea, I can guarantee she already got her storyline, which is in terms of how this went down, which is, well, we were there to meet up because we did a podcast. So we were already meeting up for whatever else. And it's not a problem. And I'm not one of those girls. I don't have a jealous bone in my body. So I'm not that girl. But if you and your friend, or at least your friend, is known to be that girl or those type of girls, it's going to look bad. Like, what are you doing? And you would not think it's cool because, let's be clear, episode 1, in Shamea's basement or wherever it was in her house, Shamea fixed her whole mouth to say, Drew, we just want to know, are you dating Dennis? Because everybody said you was this, and this.
Yeah.
That's what you have to say to this girl, and you don't know anything about anything that happened, but you believe in the street and whatever else, and you got your mouth fixed to ask her, really accuse her of doing that. But then episode 9 or 10 or whatever episode this is, you have done exactly, you setting it up to look exactly like it looks, which is shady as fuck. And the thing is, she's just like, well, you should have a witness, but your witness, your witness,
like if you move her to,
she isn't a good witness. She's a, what do they call them type of witnesses? I forget. She's not a good witness, girl, because we don't know what y'all did before.
I am getting dog food fucking again. Damn.
During or after. But what do y'all think? I can't figure out, Carmen, what do you think Ralph does for a living? Because I still haven't figured out how he able to pay.
Oh, so that's why she likes rice and stuff.
He paid a rent every month or the mortgage, and I don't know what the hell he does for a living. I still haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
Or is Carmen sleep?
No way.
Yeah, Carmen sleep.
Does she eat it?
I'm back.
Sorry.
What do for a living?
What does Ralph do for a living?
So there was an attorney, Simone, here in the YouTube streets, and she was able to get the court documents and for Ralph's side of the filing. And part of what he does is hold a 40% stake in Drew Sidora LLC and all of her businesses, movies, contracts. He gets money. A portion of that. And that's why he love bombed her in 8 months, digmatized her, got a hold of 40% of everything that is Drew Sidora, like pre and during.
Yeah.
And
Truth be told, Drew and Porsha can't. They graduated from the same high school of Dodo Bird.
The Under Overground Railroad.
According to Google, Drew Sidora's husband, Ralph Pittman, is a husband, father, speaker, business strategist, and a founder and CEO of My Mind's Music, an American music enrichment and wellness company.
I wonder why he never helped to make music
to promote and improve the quality of life.
And he didn't think Drew's music would improve anybody's.
So why is Drew not successful?
Drew's successful.
No, in her music.
Oh yeah.
Because he was holding her back. Look, to find out that he has a production company for music, she loves music, can sing, is super duper talented.
Very.
And to have a 40% stake in her success, and we still hadn't heard nothing the whole time she'd been married to old boy.
Not one thing.
He's an anchor.
And she could sing
below deck. That fool belongs on below deck off the forward bow.
She could sing her face to the floor, and she's gorgeous. And she actually is an actress. I haven't watched her act in anything, but she is.
Game, you never saw the game where she was there in the game?
I loved her on the game.
Me too. I did too.
I couldn't do it. It was so many people that I know that watched it, but I could just tell. I have a knack for telling what shows are going to make it. I knew it would make it, but I knew I wouldn't like it because I just like. I don't like predictable shit. Like, I never watched one episode of what is the name of that show? Empire, because I already knew I could figure this out.
I loved Empire.
I could do this whole equation on a napkin. Like, I already know what's going to happen. And that other show that all Black people tuned into, Power. I never watched that either. I can't.
Now, Power and The Wire, I didn't really get into because, I also grew up in the 80s when colors, and crack cocaine first got introduced. So I practically lived that shit. I'm not trying to rewatch The Wire for entertainment.
How about rest that man's soul in peace? Because I didn't know. But my husband showed me one part
I'll try to calm down.
The guy with the scar on his face, and he was kissing the man. I was just like, what the? Like,
yes.
Sold me that. You could not have sold me that this hard ass man that looked like he's straight from the prison cell B. I wouldn't have never. But you know what? I learned about the prison system on this other guy's show called The Drip Show. They had some what do you call those people? The correction officers telling me all kinds of shit. It's like they call it. What do they call it? Man pussy or something. I don't know. About they gay for stay, and while they're in prison they gay, and then when they come out of prison they no longer gay. Listen, I learned all kinds of shit on that little episode or whatever, but you're right. On The Wire, I wouldn't want to see that, but it's another show. The Wire is another show that I knew would make it, just like Modern Family I knew would make it. Scandal, I knew. I'm really good at picking out shows that people are going to get into.
Oh my God, for Modern Family, when Modern Family used to come on, I used to tweet the producers and creators of the show and be like, oh, no Black people live in your modern world.
Oh my God, I can't with you. He said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna troll y'all. But I never watched one episode of the Modern Family because I still was in my Southern church values, judging everybody. And I just wasn't there yet, but I still knew this show is gonna be a hit. I knew it. Nobody had to tell me. I knew. I could pick them out, just like I picked out that one. What's the name of that damn show? With the girl with the dragon? Winter's Coming. What's the name of that damn show? That show I knew was gonna be good. Yeah. There was another show. Oh God, what is the name of that goddamn show? And I knew from the beginning. Oh, it's the one with the zombies. What's the name of it? Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
I only watched one episode, and I think it was in episode 2. I was like, yep, this is gonna be a good one. I never watched it, but I knew it was gonna be a good one. I have a knack for movies where I'm just like, this is gonna have some a twist and a turn. A show that never made it, that should have made it, Oscar already made it, is a show called See. It was on HBO. I think they only had that show was top notch, excellent, because it made you think beyond. It's just an excellent show. So if you ever get an opportunity and you need to what is it called when you watch something over binge watch?
Binge, yeah.
That's a good one to watch. It,
Right
it
on.
needed a good 6 or 7 seasons. That was an excellent show. Excellent
Mhm.
critics, excellent writers. But anyways,
Did you
what's so
Orange is the New Black? Because I never got into that.
wasn't watched it. I knew that would
I
be another.
loved it.
I knew
You
that would be
did?
another. I
Awesome.
knew. Yeah. I didn't. I maybe watched. I tried to watch a season with my husband. I can't get into it.
Yeah, I
I
couldn't get
know it's
into it
good.
either. I wanted to.
But I'm not into it because I already know there are going to be elements of the show that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I already know that, and so
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm good. I don't need to be a part of that. What the hell?
The
I don't
same
need to
way
be a part.
Kelly didn't need to be a part of Porsha if she didn't know why she took that lady's husband.
I was here for that though. Why you mad at her? Because that's what needed to be asked. Mhm. It did. Now Kelly gonna stay around too because you know why? Kelly got a whole ass complicated life with her soon to be. I don't know if that's her ex-husband yet or what's going on, but I when you know when they played that little clip of her where they were like, I deserve an Oscar for how well I made my marriage look. And then to find out that her husband was in court threatening her in front of the judge for everybody. What the so to me, it's like Diddy. So you doing this all in public? Like you don't have no. So I'm wondering what the hell happened behind closed doors. And I feel like
Yeah.
maybe her third season, we're really gonna find out what the hell is gonna go, unless there's some sort of gag order, which I don't think there is. Maybe there will be, but I don't think there is because her husband, from what she said already about it, like I'm a little bit. If I'm gonna be keep it a book, I'm scared for her. Like she doesn't seem
For Kelly,
scared.
yeah.
Across very confident and like I'm moving on to the next, but I'm scared for her because husbands that seem like what she's saying he is, and she's left a lot of room out there for us to fill in the blank with whatever. And when you do that, people are gonna fill in the blank
She
with
has a freaking bodyguard that says all the blanks.
But this is what I'm saying. What's scary to me about her, I watched this one episode of, I don't know if it was the 48 hours or something, where there was this lady and she was in this toxic relationship with this. You know how you have those obsessive kinds that, they're stalking you and all this kind of stuff. And she ended up with that guy, Drew something. He was on The Price is Right. You remember him? He was on The
Yeah.
Price is Right. She was dating him and engaged to this man. And anyways, she saw the ex that she had exed out of her life, that he was still stalking her. And she saw him at some sort of like red carpet. And so then she broke it off, or they broke up, Drew and her. I think it's Drew Carey, I think is his name. They broke it off because she just was like, I don't need to be seen in that way because it's going to make that person crazy. Kind of like how the Diddy of it all and all that kind of stuff. And so then he ended up murking that lady. Like he came to her house, broke in some kind of way, and she came home from somewhere. Thankfully, her roommate was a guy. He heard something going on. He called the police. He was scared because she was being attacked. And her roommate was a guy. He called the police. He was scared. A lot of those cases, you don't know. The police don't know who's a victim and who's a criminal. They don't know who's who when they show up. So everybody got to go in the parole car. But they found her because he killed her. Oh, I can't say that word. He unalived her. And that's when I see Kelly, and she has a very fun, charismatic personality, and she seems to be doing well, meaning I'm moving on with my life. I got my life together. I'm not really worried about it. My concern is her safety because people like what it appears her husband might be. I don't know none of these people. I wasn't there. So let's just say that. But allegedly, what he appears to be is one of those people that will sit and mull over and be jealous about her, exceeding him even further now that, now she's not only the Kelly that was doing whatever she was doing to get her bag, she's now famous. Or what Nene League say, she's known. I'm not playing with Nene. But you know what I'm saying? So I could just see that psychopathic mind of like being now I'm obsessed with getting her back and showing her who she really is. But that's coupled with those guys that think like, well, if I can't have you, nobody can. And so that's when I'm just praying to God that she does have those. Who is blowing me up? I'm just praying to God that that she has really good security, like you said, and that the thing is, you're on TV, so there's so much access to you. People can make up a whole lie. Ike showed up to Tina's concert when, she said, "These people are here for me." He showed up with his pow pow and his pew pew and was like coming in your dressing room bold as fuck. Like, rest both of themselves in peace. But that's how I envisioned this guy. And I don't know him. That I wasn't there, but that's the story that I can see happening. And I pray that she has enough notoriety that he doesn't have access to her like that. But that's why I brought up that story about the other lady that I watched on 48 hours, because she even knew, like, he saw her. He's like a photographer in real life or whatever.
Yeah.
She saw him at that event and was like, yeah, I got to pull myself back from this limelight. I do not need him to know. I don't need him to be, you know what I mean? But yet he still found her. Wow. He stalked her. He did all of that stuff. And she knew what was going to happen. And it's so sad because she was gorgeous. I think she was a therapist, if I'm not mistaken. I think she was either a psychiatrist or something like that. She was winning and she was gorgeous, and just cut that lady life short. And people, they will snipe out your whole ass life over just their own mental issue, and them seeing you do better. And that's why I say, I pray for her, but like, I don't think it's going to end well. I hope it doesn't end the way it might, but
I hope not. I hope not. That would be tragic. But thanks for having me, Chanel. Nice chatting with you, Carmen.
Did she just get off my show real quick like that, Carmen? Do you hear her? She's like, bye.
Gotta go. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You could come by anytime, Miss Larger. You're definitely welcome. Okay. But go ahead and do your thing with your family. Bye. Carmen, I'll talk to you later unless you have some final thoughts. Who's in the private chat? Hold on.
I'm fighting my sleep. I gotta wake up in the morning. You are not waking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bye.
Bye.
Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. But listen, thanks everybody for chiming in the chat. Shout out to the chat. The chat is undefeated. And I will see y'all later because I have an early morning tomorrow. I'm a whole ass hospice social worker. Gotta go check on my clients. All my clients, unfortunately. If you don't know what hospice is, just go look it up. It's a tragic thing, but it puts life in perspective for you. So that's what I gotta go do early in the morning. And then I gotta go to the dentist. Why is the dentist just never a pleasant experience? Like, it's just, I'm gonna be happy about this cleaning that I'm about to go get. Okay. I need a cleaning. So that's what I'm gonna do. Chime down in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chatterization. That's why I love him. What is his name? He's very handsome. Damn it. What is his name? DJ Sky Richie or Richie Sky or something like that. He always be like, chime down in the chatterization of it all. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Drew, because Drew be lying and Porsha be lying, and Shamea still pretending like she don't know Porsha dropped her for who did Porsha drop her for? Phaedra. And then now she done dropped her again, seemingly for Phaedra again. And it seems like she's getting close to Britt. That's what it seems like is happening. So I don't know, because they was, taking pictures. I wonder, do y'all think Britt likes girls? Because I can't figure it out. Because I think Britt's husband likes boys. I could be wrong about that. Look, I don't know none of these people. It's all alleged, okay? I wasn't there. But Britt's husband is he might play for both teams. So the jury's still out. I don't know. I can't tell. And we know Porsha plays for both teams. So they might be doing a little something for a little something. Just saying. But I remember, was Britt in this even? I don't know. Was Britt in this episode? Did they show her at all? Because my ass just does not remember. Britt, shout out to you. They trying to get rid of you, girl. You better come show up, child. Listen. Who is hitting me up at 11 p.m.? What is happening? I'm that girl. What Beyonce say in her song? She said, damn it. Look, let me go find it. I put it on my Instagram. Hold on. I never heard this song. No, that's not it. Hold on, wait. That's not the one. I thought I put it on my Instagram, but maybe it didn't upload. Hold on.
These clothes look so good.
That's not it. It's another one. I think maybe I put it on YouTube. Hold on, look. I like This song. I haven't listened to. I love Beyonce music, but I haven't listened to the last probably 3, maybe 2 albums that she had. Hey, Joy, it's real girl. You late to the party? Joy say, hey, Chanel. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Chat. Hey, Boo. Hey, yo, it's just me on here now. But this song right here, I like. Hey, Beyonce say these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. I'm like, yes, honey. That's gonna be my new favorite song. I'm pretty sure I'm a year behind, and I understand that because I am usually with music. I might be 10 years behind, and then be like, this song right here, this song right here. Yeah, that what she say, these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. I'm like, yes, Beyonce. Now I gotta go listen to that damn song because I was with it. I was just like, I pulled up. I was gonna post a picture of myself. I pulled up Beyonce songs, and that's the first one that came out. What's the name of that damn song? Hold on. Oh, it's "I'm That Girl." That's the name of the song. She said, "These motherfuckers ain't stopping me." I think that's what the song. Like, I'm about to revamp my YouTube channel, so I think I kind of want the Drip guy, Mr. Drip, go to the Drip show and like, share, comment, subscribe, hit all Mr. Drip's buttons over there. But he gonna make me some sort of beat. He allegedly is some sort of producer from Houston. I don't know. That's what he says. I just need him to produce me something. That's all I'm saying. But Beyonce said, these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. Hey! I know I'm late. It is what it is. It just is what it is. But guys, like I said, thank you. Chime down in the chatterization as Mr. DJ Sky or Scott Richie or Richie Scott. I don't know. I like him, love his commentary. Chime down in the chatterization as Mr. DJ Sky or Sky Richie or however you say it would say. And let me know, what do you guys think about Angela? What do you guys think about my panel's comments about Angela? What do you guys think about Porsha? What is happening? Didn't nobody tell me? Listen, ain't nobody told me about my wig sticking up, child. Ain't nobody told me. Am I doing it the wrong way? Anyway, what do y'all think about Porsha and Drew? Not Porsha and Drew, but Porsha being mad at Drew because she did a business deal with the hot dog man. When Porsha's a whole married lady, she was giving Porsha was giving Drew the business and the blues for the past 9 episodes about doing business with a guy that Porsha had a baby with, not married to, doesn't have any other dealings with, but she giving her the blues, and then she backdoors and goes and has a meeting with Shamea. This to me feels like Porsha went and had a meeting with Ralph, and we're gonna just say that it was a meeting with Shamea because Shamea and Ralph have a podcast. I'm just saying. What did Miss Joy say? She said, "Have mercy." Hold on. They both need a storyline. Absolutely, Miss Joy. I agree. It's annoying to me though, because I don't like them playing in my face, acting like we don't all know that this is a setup that Todd set up to come to us with the bullshit. No, I'm like, but it feels like Porsha set this up and just used Shamea as the person that she could say, that's why we were there. How do you have 9 episodes of smoke for somebody just doing a business deal for their career? And you don't have no business deal with Ralph, but yet you're gonna go on down to the steakhouse or wherever they were and have this fake ass, phony ass. I just want to know, did you cheat on Drew? It's like, knock it off. Stop playing with our intelligence. Miss Joy says it's surely a setup. I agree, Miss Joy. It is. But I don't like them playing in my face, acting like we don't understand what the hell is going on. Of course we understand what's going on. And this is the sad part. Shamea, girl, wake up. You don't see that she's using you, but I low-key, I think Shamea wants to be used in that way. I just have a problem with, it's like everybody does have one hoe friend. We all do. We have one hoe friend. You might be the hoe friend. I'm not the hoe friend, but I'm just saying. Everybody got one. So I'm not saying she shouldn't be Porsha's friend, but Porsha has shown her time and time again that Shamea is not her first priority. Her first priority are other people like Phaedra. Like at this point, it seems like Britt. I'm just saying. Just saying. She has other friends that she's put before Shamea that have done her dirty. Find the lie. That's all. Ms. Joyce said Shamea is playing her part too. I agree. That's why I was saying earlier to some of my panelists, I'm like, Shamea, girl, you sit up here lying about, I mean, you sit up here laughing at this girl, your bestie, saying that she'll go have sex with your husband, this other lady's husband. If she's saying that about her, I don't understand what your response would be. If Angela said, not Angela, if Britt said, well, you know, I ought to go have sex with Shamea's husband. No understanding. It would be off with her head. That's what would happen to Angela or Britt if they made those type of comments. Same thing if there ain't no way in hell if Simon was still over here in America. Is he still in America? I don't know if he down to the ICE detention center. I don't know where Simon is, but if he hadn't been found out and charged and deported or whatever he got going on, and Angela fixed her mouth to say I should go sleep with her with Simon, they would be down. Porsha, Shamea, everybody else, they would be down to the Bravo, to the NBC, down to the Truly Original headquarters with an emergency meeting. We got to get rid of these hoes. That's what will be happening. So it's just a rich to me that y'all have the nerve to sit on this TV and act like it's cool and it's just par for the course for Porsha to say some dumb shit like that. It's out of line. It is. But I do agree that with Shamea on this one point, which is, how are you more angry with me? You got more smoke with me because of a horrible thing my friend said than you do with my friend for saying said horrible thing. How is that exactly? So I agree with that part of it. But girl, you're still a part of it. You still friends, besties with said horrible friend. I don't know. I just feel like not every bird that's in the feather is doing everything that's in the flock is doing everything all the other birds are doing. But if you consistently around people who doing fuck shit or just doing trifling shit, whatever it is, if that's the people you love to be around and have in your circle, I have to look at you, Shamea. And I think Shamea is gorgeous and has body for days and her hair is pretty. Like I like her, but it's giving, there's a part of your soul that you're willing to give up to be accepted by this Porsha, who has told you and showed you she not really a rider for you like that. And that's not me saying that Porsha is not this girl's friend at all. I'm not saying that, because I do think they love each other. I do think that. But I think it is a lopsided, you know, what's the right word? It's a lopsided, leveraged friendship. It's the same friendship that Porsha has with her little sister. Remember her sister and her got into it and she left out and Porsha went and got her Rolls Royce? It's the let's bow down, I need you to kiss the ring. And Shamea is willing to do it. So I can't really be too mad at Porsha if you allowing her to force you to kiss the ring. You keep kissing the ring. You ask for the bare minimum, guess what? People are going to give it to you. You have to be able to be assertive enough to say, I'm not going to let you disrespect me, and I'm not going to disrespect you, because I do have enough respect for you to not tear you all the way down on this TV show, Candy Burris. Just saying. That's what she said to Phaedra. Shamea, girl, just go be friends with Candy Burris, girl. Listen, just go be friends with her. She a friend with she's self-made. She made her own money, and her and Tide over there, you know, down with Mama Joyce over there still making money. I guess they making money. I haven't been. Has anybody? Listen, if y'all been to the old lady gang, let me know. You know, if they got some good food. If I ever go to Atlanta, I want to go there, but I ain't trying to stand in line, and then the food ain't even that good. I ain't trying to do that. I probably would end up at Blaze. Is Blaze still around? Because I like a seafood house, so that's probably where I would end up at. But I would want a chicken wing or two. I would want a chicken wing. And if they have good candy yams and good mac and cheese, I would want that. But I ain't standing in line. It's my reality. It's just how I roll. It is what it is. What Miss Joy say? Joy say they are closed. Oh, which one, Miss Joy? Is it Blaze that's closed, or is it the old lady gang, or is it all of them? Child, Miss Jordan came over here and gave me the tea. I didn't know. I hope they didn't close permanently. Did they permanently we closed. We're not even in a recession. What is happening? Oh, lady, I don't believe you. I thought they had 2 old lady gangs. They closed, Miss Joy. Oh shit! Shout out. Let's have a moment of silence for Candy. Candy doing just fine. Let's be very clear. We don't need a moment of silence. Candy got the bag. Okay, so Candy's good. But I'm shocked. I felt like I could be wrong about this, but I felt like that was going to happen because I think they needed 3 more seasons of promoting that for people to come, because Atlanta's this big. It's not a big city. So you can get around the whole entire Atlanta in 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. I'm just saying. So it's not a big city. Even though there is a lot of affluence in the Atlanta, Georgia, it's not a big city. So, and a restaurant is it's one of the highest level of failure in any business. It's very difficult to keep a restaurant going and making a profit because you have so much overhead. But damn, they not selling the chicken wings no more, Miss Joy. What is happening? All right, guys, I got to get off of here because I got to go. I got an early morning. But thank you guys for stopping by the Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel. This is my reality. Hit the like button. Hit all my little buttons. It's a free and easy way to support my channel. I will see you guys later. Bye. What did Miss Joy say? Their customer service and food quality went down. Candy girl, look, I'm put you at the top of my prayer list, okay, honey? I'm praying for y'all. But Candy got way more money than me, so she probably don't need them prayers. But I'm sad that happened. I hope they can revamp and come back. Anyway, guys, talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye. See y'all later. What she say? These mother ain't stopping me. These mother